You have exactly 3 seconds to like and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I'll appear in your dreams tonight. To ask for a donation for that cup of coffee, link below.
Speaking of land weapons such as self-propelled artillery, since the death of Stalin, the leader known for his iron fist in the complete industrialization of the Soviet Union in March 1953, no major power has dared to confidently claim that they can surpass Russia in all types of land weapons, especially artillery, with a tradition of always emphasizing the principle of artillery fire followed by infantry assault. Both the Soviet Union and later Russia continuously introduced new types of artillery weapons that not only possess powerful firepower but also increasingly superior accuracy and mobility. However, among the main artillery systems of the current Russian army, we cannot fail to mention the Mustas self-propelled howitzer, with its comprehensive firepower and mobility. This is the first self-propelled howitzer we are discussing today. In 1989, the once mighty Soviet Union was gradually approaching its final moments. However, Soviet engineers and workers, with their unwavering spirit and ethics, and technical skills that were among the best in the world at the time, managed to launch and put into service the Tu-S-19 Mustas self-propelled artillery system in the Soviet Army without a single kilogram of material being skimped. Named after the Mista River in northwestern Russia, the Russian Tu-S-19 Mustas self-propelled howitzer system is considered a newly designed self-propelled howitzer, replacing the Tu-S-3 Akatsiya self-propelled howitzer series that had served in the Soviet Army since the 1970s. Appearing in most important parades and large-scale military exercises of the Russian, the Tu-S-19 Mustas self-propelled howitzer often overwhelms with its enormous size. Indeed, with a length of 11 measure 5 9 m high, this self-propelled howitzer weighs up to 14 tons more than its predecessor. Which Viet Nam People's Army currently possesses, of course. For this 42-ton monster to be able to move and operate stably within a range of up to 500 km, the Soviets also equipped it with the V-84A diesel engine, inheriting technology from the V-84 MS engine used in the T-72 tank, which boasts a power output of 80-40 horsepower, allowing the vehicle to reach speeds of up to 60 km. This is more than sufficient for a tracked self-propelled artillery piece and is not significantly inferior to the maximum speed of around 70 km of commonly used tanks such as the M1A2 Abrams and T-90. However, armor and engine alone cannot create the formidable power of this self-propelled artillery. Without its main weapon, the VM2A65 cannon, capable of firing 8 rounds per minute with a range of up to 25 km with standard ammunition and up to 36 km with extended range ammunition. Such generous dimensions also allow the Tu-19 Mustas system to carry up to 50 rounds of ammunition in reserve to defend the vehicle in emergency situations. It is also equipped with a 12 7M and SV heavy machine gun, a weapon developed by the Soviet Union in the 1960s that has never become obsolete and is very familiar to Vietnamese military enthusiasts. Furthermore, with its turret capable of rotating 360 degrees with an elevation angle from 4 degrees to 6 degrees, this self-propelled artillery system is considered perfectly capable of fulfilling various tasks, from mobile combat to destroying targets at different distances, to urgently establishing defensive systems and containing the mobility of enemy infantry and armored forces. Furthermore, this self-propelled artillery system is equipped with modern aiming, positioning, and satellite navigation systems, along with simple maintenance capabilities, allowing the entire system to effectively combat even in the harshest conditions. Finally, it has been suggested that the Tu-19 Mustas self-propelled howitzer system, with its robust performance and simple repair and maintenance, could demonstrate comparable effectiveness on the battlefield to the PzH-2000, hailed by military experts as the Emperor of Artillery, from Germany. This is also the second type of self-propelled artillery that Military Technical Academy wants to introduce to you. Launched 10 years after the Tu-19 Mustas self-propelled artillery system was deployed to the Soviet, the German Federal Armed Forces finally got to see the King of Artillery PzH-2000, a source of pride for the country's defense industry. As one of the best self-propelled howitzers in the world today, the 150 bar self-propelled howitzer, named PzH-2000, inspiring, even larger than the Tu-19 Mustas. Weight 8 tons. It has a total length of 11, a width 6, and a 3-1, with a tradition of producing expensive but high-quality weapons with exceptional safety and usability. The artillery shells are made from welded steel, allowing them to withstand the destructive force of 14 fine bomb rounds as well as shrapnel from bombs. To ensure the safety of artillery soldiers, the vehicle is also equipped with a specialized crew protection system against all common biological and chemical agents on the modern battlefield. In addition, the two defense industry corporations Cross, Maffei Wegmann, and Rheinmetall also equipped this self-propelled artillery with the MTU-881 K500 turbocharged diesel engine, providing up to 1,000 horsepower. This allows the howitzer to travel on paved roads at to 6 km up, but its effective range is only 420 km. In addition, the PZ is also equipped with an auxiliary power unit, providing power to all systems when the main engine is off. With specifications not significantly superior to the Tu-19 Ms mentioned above, the German Emperor of Artillery would truly be a name without substance if its main weapon wasn't the V2 cannon manufactured by Rheinmetall. This type of artillery has a very high rate of fire, including a burst firing mode of 3 rounds in 9 seconds. The highest rate of fire can reach 10-13 rounds a minute, with a range of up to 47 km for extended range ammunition. It can be said that, thanks to its extremely high rate of fire, the main gun has an elevation angle of 2.5 and the ability to fire 5 consecutive rounds at different angles, allowing the rounds to arrive simultaneously in just one, making the combat capability of this self-propelled artillery far superior to many other tracked self-propelled artillery systems in the world. Additionally, the vehicle is equipped with a secondary weapon, an MG3 machine gun with a firing rate of up to 1,000 rounds per minute and a range of 600 meters, used to engage enemy infantry in emergency situations. With its superior capabilities and undeniable reputation within the German defense industry, the PzH-2000 has been trusted by many developed countries such as Germany, Greece, Hungary, the Netherlands. This is especially relevant in the context of Russia conducting a special military operation in Ukraine with the stated goal, according to Russian President Vladimir Putin, of demilitarizing and defascizing the country. This event also partly fueled in Poland and the Baltic states the fear of once again being subjugated by the Russians, as had happened during the reign of Catherine the Great. Despite Russia's declaration of not invading Ukraine and not attacking other countries, Poland and the Baltic states have continuously modernized their artillery forces. Besides the PzH-2000 Artillery Emperor, the K9 Thunder is also a self-propelled artillery piece that these countries particularly trust, carrying the hope that it can help their soldiers not be too disadvantaged in a potential future war of national defense. At the very least, it must be powerful enough to inflict significant damage on the invading forces before an allied nation can intervene. Developed by Samsung Techcombank SIC, formerly known as Hanwha Techcombank, the K9 Thunder is a self-propelled howitzer produced to meet the requirements of the South Korean Armed Forces and is also a major export weapon of the country. The K9 Thunder is currently in service with the militaries of several countries, including TY, India, and, notably, Finland, a country known for having a population smaller than the total military strength of a superpower. Yet, having successfully defended itself against one, has also confirmed plans to acquire the K9 Thunder self-propelled howitzer as part of its new era Army development plan. Developed in, after 10, in 1990 became K9 Thunder self-propelled howitzer. Officially entered service with the South Korean Army. Through various exercises, this self-propelled howitzer quickly made a strong impression not only on South Koreans but also on countries with comparable, or even superior, defense industries such as Turkey, India, and Australia. Notably, in the bidding process to supply 100 self-propelled howitzers to India, this self-propelled howitzer achieved a landslide victory over the Tu-S19 Musta. The Indian version is called the K9 Vajra and is manufactured by Larsen & Toubro L&T in India under direct technology transfer and technical supervision from Samsung Techcombank. Indeed, despite its low firing rate of only 6 rounds per minute, the K9 easily gain an advantage on the battlefield with a maximum range of up to 40 kilometers using standard ammunition, and up to 50 km using extended-range artillery shells. It surpasses even the PZ-200 Artillery Emperor, and is equivalent to the distance from Phuoc Island to Ha Tien City, Gyeongsang Province. One of the unique features that makes the K9 cannon so powerful is its MSI burst firing mode, meaning the cannon can fire a burst of 3 rounds within 15 seconds with different trajectories, and hit the target simultaneously. This firing mode allows for target destruction with the first burst of fire, while bearing many similarities to the PH-2000. The K9 Thunder is surprisingly lightweight, weigh 3 tons, and measuring 12 m in length, 4 m and 3 in height. The entire system is mounted on the chassis of the American M1 main battle tank, using an MTA-81 engine with saucebar, allowing the vehicle to traverse challenging terrain with a maximum speed of 60 km and a range of 450 km. Additionally, the K9 Thunder can carry 48 artillery rounds simultaneously. When ammunition runs out, resupply be carried out by the K-10 ammunition resupply vehicle. What's special is that the transfer of ammunition from the K-10 to the K-9 will be handled by an automatic ammunition transfer system, meaning the crew won't have to leave the vehicle to perform the task. Although slightly superior to the Tu-S19 Mista S, the PZ-2000 and K-19 Thunder systems are unlikely give their owners a significant advantage over Russian artillery forces. With virtually unlimited resources and one of the world's most powerful industrial bases, Russian artillery is not only capable of overwhelming any opponent in terms of numbers, but create new weapons capable of surpassing any rival. Among them, the Tu-S35 Koalicja SV tracked self-propelled howitzer is considered a weapon created with the mission of maintaining the overwhelming dominance of the Russian artillery forces against any potential adversaries, regardless of whether those adversaries possess the K9 Thunder or the PZ-2000 Artillery Emperor. The Tu-S35 Koalicja SV is also the most modern self-propelled howitzer on this list. Developed at the Burevestnik Central Research Institute in Nizhny Novgorod, the Tu-S35 Koalicja SV self-propelled artillery system officially debuted and made a strong impression during its first appearance at the Red Square Parade in 2015. As the first step in the modernization of the Russian Army's ground forces, this self-propelled artillery system inherits many characteristics from its predecessor, the Tu-S19 Musta S. Even the V9 Tufi-2 engine has been upgraded to 1,000 horsepower, allowing this 48-ton truck to reach speeds of up to 70 km/h. However, that is more than enough for the Tu-S35 Koalicja SV tracked self-propelled artillery system, as its competitors are not significantly superior. And the most important factor that allows this self-propelled artillery system to overwhelm its rivals is its advanced firepower system. The Formidable power of this self-propelled artillery system relies primarily on its 1 feet to 2A88 cannon, which is 52 times longer than its diameter, allowing it to fire more than 10 rounds per minute. However, that alone is not enough for the Howitzers SV to dethrone the PZH-2000 Artillery King if it doesn't have a maximum firing range of up to 70 km, completely overwhelming even the K9 Thunder. In addition, the Howitzers SV is equipped with a satellite navigation system, a secure communication channel, and the ability to automatically update battlefield information at the tactical level. In addition, the Howitzers SV uses a remotely controlled turret. The control compartment is separate from the turret, ensuring greater safety for the operating crew. The turret can hold more artillery shells, contributing to increased combat effectiveness. With this array of cutting-edge technologies, the 2S-35 Howitzers SV artillery system has shattered all preconceptions about the safety of Russian weapons. With such capabilities, even without overwhelming numbers, the 2S-35 Howitzers systems are fully capable of posing a significant threat to enemy command centers, air and missile defense complexes, communication centers, armored vehicles, and ground forces. Furthermore, the Howitzers SV self-propelled artillery system is equipped with a remote-controlled weapon module featuring a 12/7-cord heavy machine gun, making it even more difficult to destroy, even by suicide. Therefore, creating a weapon that can counter the 2S-35 Howitzers is extremely difficult, especially when this self-propelled artillery system is in the hands of a country like Russia, which can easily deploy large-scale artillery formations combined with tightly fortified defensive positions. However, that does not mean that the 2S-35 Howitzers missile sites are invulnerable to the Swedish 77 BWL-V2 Archer systems. You heard that right. Although it may struggle to overcome obstacles, by trenching, and moats like tracked self-propelled artillery, this wheeled self-propelled artillery was designed to help a nation with a population of just over 10 million repel any powerful military force. Mounted on a Volvo 30D66 truck chassis, the 77 BW Archer has a length of up to 14 ft, despite having only 20 rounds loaded, with a firing rate of up to 6 rounds in just 30 seconds, and the ability to fire multiple rounds in different trajectories, and hit the target almost simultaneously. These 30-ton Swedish Archers can accurately strike any target within a range of 30 km with standard ammunition and 40 km with extended range ammunition. In addition, the Archer self-propelled artillery system can also fire smart rounds and bonus-guided anti-tank rounds. But the most terrifying thing about the FH-77 BWL-V2 Archer is that it only takes them 30 seconds to stop firing and just as long to withdraw from their position. This means that counterattacks targeting these self-propelled artillery systems would be extremely difficult and dangerous, especially when they are in the hands of elite resistance forces who prefer to use tactics such as deep penetration, quick attacks, and retreat,
Được lắp đặt trên khung
or
gầm xe
ambushes to
tải
wear down the
Volvo
enemy's strength.
A30D
It's no
6x6
exaggeration to say that while the K9 Thunder, the PZ-2000 Artillery Emperor,
dù chỉ
or
có
the
cơ số đạn
2S-35
lắp sẵn là
can
20
confidently
viên,
crush any town
nhưng
or
với tốc độ
military
bắn lên
base,
tới 6
the
viên
Archer
chỉ trong
can
vòng
also
30 giây, kèm khả
boast
năng
the
bắn
power
loạt
born to
nhiều đạn
obliterate
ở
any
quỹ đạo
type
khác
of
nhau,
self-propelled
rồi đến trúng mục
artillery.
tiêu gần như cùng lúc. Những cung thủ Thụy Điển